Well, hello everybody. Happy Friday. It's another pretty day in the Sacramento area. Appreciate you guys watching this video. I am Dr. Peter Valenzuela, the Chief Medical Officer for Mercy Medical Group. I'm about 9 weeks into my role now, and I actually have the honor of being here with Dr. Deanne Nyland. Dr. Nyland is our new Chief Wellness Officer, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about some of the activities that have been going on in the wellness world and what are some of the exciting initiatives that we're looking at as a group. So Deanne, thanks for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So why don't you maybe give us a few updates on what's been happening in your world since you've taken on this role?
Sure. Well, it's gotten a little bit busier,
Yeah.
of course, with lots more email. I had to get permission to get out of email jail and get more things. But overall, it's been a really positive experience, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from people. I think the group as a whole is very eager to have a focus on wellness.
Yeah.
And so it's been great.
Yeah, I love your Friday articles. You got a little bit of humor, a little sarcasm, but it's always really cool. So for those of you that haven't read them on Fridays, we do email them out, and Dr. Nyland's always got some great stories for us.
Yep, I like writing them and putting them together and hearing everyone's feedback from them. It's a good way for me to also get to know people in the group that I don't necessarily interact with on a regular basis or don't necessarily get referrals from.
Sure.
So
Okay.
that's been nice.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that you guys haven't gone to the last few wellness committees. I know there's a couple of ideas and a couple of projects in the works. Why don't you give us a little update on what you guys are talking about?
Sure. So one of the big projects is we got approved for a life coach initiative. Unfortunately, our life coach took another position outside of the group, and so we are actually looking for someone who would be interested in going through the training that we would sponsor to become a life coach. So if you are watching this and are interested, please reach out and email me.
Yeah. So what does that look like? There are some programs locally, right?
Yes, there are some programs locally. There is one actually just at UC Davis Annex that's a professional work and life coach program that was developed by a person at Sutter Health. So that would be one option. That program is also certified by the ICF, which is the International Coaching Foundation, I believe, which means Federation. Yeah. So it's accredited and would be a great asset for anyone to have.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to be a life coach, and they've got so many skill sets. So it's really got some good people skills. And for those of you that are interested, please reach out to Dr. Nyland, because the medical group is looking to sponsor that. Since we had budgeted for the program to launch, we're actually going to use some of those funds to get a qualified coach within our medical group to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. So what other activities you guys have been talking about?
We've also set up a monthly peer support group through the SSVMS. Now, this isn't just exclusively for Mercy Medical Group. This is something that's open to all physicians in this area.
And clinicians as well?
And clinicians as well. So it will be monthly on the first Thursday. It's sponsored by SSVMS, so it will be moderated by a clinical psychologist. Her name is Kathleen Kilgore. I've met her. She's lovely. She has a 25 or 30 year experience with clinical psychology in the area. She's been moderator of divorce support groups and grief support groups, as well as ones that are centered around professionals. She's worked with lawyers and accountants, not specifically.
We won't hold that against her.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good.
But other professionals, not necessarily physicians, but I have met with her. She's lovely.
Yeah.
They will provide, SSVMS provides refreshments for all of these meetings, and fingers crossed, they should be able to be at least the first one at my house in person.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's not until June.
And I know I didn't mention that, but we are both been vaccinated. We're not wearing our masks. We're socially distanced, and we're following all CDC guidelines, just in case you guys are wondering about that. So what are some other things that have been kind of discussed?
Sure. Other things that we were discussing, and one thing that I'm excited about because I think that it really will connect clinicians back to kind of why they went into this in the first place is some both community outreach as well as medical missions.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get a program together to sponsor medical missions abroad, and then we also have some committee members working on some projects in the community where we could volunteer our time and expertise as physicians in running clinics.
Wow, that's really great. That's kind of exciting stuff. Yeah.
Sure is. What else have we been talking about? We likely are, again, as the cases of COVID go down and we return a little bit more to normal, one of the past projects that was very well received were the dinners, where groups would meet out to dinner, and they were sponsored, I think, $20 per person for dinner for the group. And so that's likely something that we'll be able to bring back here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I guess I've had a little too many meals, but I'm looking for that. I'm looking forward to that myself. So, Dr. Nyland, do you have anything else you'd like to add, or any last
Sure.
thoughts?
So I did do a Joy of Medicine podcast.
Great.
So that should be up on the Joy of Medicine website. And they said it usually takes like a week or two to get up there after the editing, and I recorded it last week, so you can look for that. And I think maybe hopefully we'll get back to a big event with the whole group, probably in the fall or something.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great. Well,
Again, as COVID dwindles.
yeah, hopefully we'll get the vaccines out there, and there's been a lot of great work being done with COVID vaccines in the community. You guys might have seen the previous video where I had Dr. Giesla here talking about that and the efforts that were being made within our medical group and the foundation. So that's hopefully the more people get vaccinated, the sooner we can get back to a little bit more normalcy. So.
I don't know, if you guys have any ideas about anything, please reach out. I know Dr. Sharma reached out to me wanting to see if the hospitals would pay for Pelotons. We'll see, I'm working on it.
Yeah, well, sign me up if that happens.
We'll work on it. So, but yes, please reach out with any ideas, or if you're having any struggles or need someone to talk to, I'm happy to arrange that.
Sure. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and more to come. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. We really appreciate what you do for our patients. Take care.
Bye.